Right then, we have got a lot of decisions to make here. Um, there's a lot of things. There's so many quests, and trying to navigate our staff members with that is just insane. Right, first things first. I know I've got these guys' passports for a reason. It's for receiving inheritance. I'm sure it is. Let's just double check. Yes, that's right, because this is for Antonia Stabber. We read this last episode. To help the negotiations, the share of Vinyl's profits could be yours. I'm sure you find a skilled negotiator. Just remember that the negotiator will need a few tough guys with them if they want to be taken seriously. So I got her a passport to do that. So that's going to be Debbie. And tough guys. Alvaro and Jacobo. Now wait there. Before we do this, this guy needs to rest. Otherwise he's going to be burnt out. So, bang. Rest him. Right, that's cool beans. So they can go on this mission. He's got 1 month left on his passport. That's this month. He's got 3. He's got 2. This guy's got 1. I don't actually know why I need him. He's got 2. That's okay. Right, what else do we need passports for? Right, Save the Journalist is a new one, isn't it? Let's have a read of this. Raul Tancharoen. Mr. President, I'm asking you to rescue Aaron Hoppy, an investigative journalist. A few years ago, he went to the Philippines to inquire into the local arms trade and got imprisoned. The Philippines authorities and our intelligence agencies have been playing the blame game ever since, going out of their way not to do anything. I think the agencies are doing it on purpose. Aaron was a thorn on their side, just like Will Tritch had been. I wonder if we're going to get a new person from doing this. I'm breaching the professional ethics here, but you should know, shortly before his departure, Aaron said he had evidence that would make a few men from the Ministry of the Defense and Philippines government answer some very tough questions. Unfortunately, only Aaron knows the truth. It would take a heavily armed military squad to get him out of there. But you're the president. Surely you have one of these at your disposal. Heavily armed military squad. We're going to need 3 heavies, aren't we? I've only actually got 2, but I can get access to a 3rd. Okay. Okay, so let's plan. Let's plan this. I need him. I need you an extra passport for another 3 months, which will start next month. Good. I need to hire this guy for saying $3 million. It's unnecessary. He's only 36 grand a month. He's actually going to be worth it, really, to be fair. Yep. You won't see me until you need me. Happy days. Right, so we've got him. Now we need to get him a passport. Okay, so that's it. Next month we can send him and him on that other quest. That's taken care of. Save the journalist. Organise negotiations. I think this is a new one. So what do we need for this? There's only got 4 months left to do it. Julian Gillard. Sir, I was recently contacted by Busan Himadu, the leader of rebels in Cameroon. They've been controlling the south of the country for over a year, now including the region with the richest crude oil deposits. Miraculously, Hamadu's ragtag bunch of misfits not only managed to secure oil rigs, they even set up a gasoline refinery. Except they have no means to transport their product and no buyers. That's where we come into play. The enterprising young man asked me to help him find customers. I remembered about one rather specific organisation in Egypt that could handle logistics for Hamadu. But there is a problem. Neither side arrangement is recognised by any of the world's powers, so it may be difficult to come to an agreement. We cannot act in the open, and the situation is further complicated by the fact Hamadu could only speak Cameroonian Pidgin. If you can arrange negotiations in complete secrecy, the interest from transaction will go to your charity foundation. Such an undertaking requires the help of a professional diplomat. Shit, I don't actually have a professional diplomat who speaks several languages, as well as security experts who will guarantee confidentiality. Yeah, so this looks like we're going to have 2 bodyguards and a professional diplomat. I don't have a professional diplomat. Maybe Sophie. She's not a diplomat. Troy's not a diplomat. I don't think we can do this. I think we would have needed Tien, who left, to do that. Okay, so I think organised negotiations is out of the fucking question. Oh, return the prisons. Oh, I forgot we did that. Yeah, that's right, because we got 96 approval rates. Right, okay, we got this. I actually need to take care of this ASAP. Darling, you have reclaimed all of your assets. One last challenge remains. The prison company we were forced to sell for a pittance. I have long been thinking about the best way to bring it back and decided we need a special executive order in addition to the 28th Amendment. It will reimburse the losses we suffered during the years of our presidency, since we had to get rid of the company for the good of America. Then let America make up for the foreign foregone profits. Sounds fair? I think it's fair. So that's we're gonna need a lawyer for that, aren't we? I think we can put this on the back burner. I don't need to do it now, although I don't want if my rating does drop below 95, I can always boost it back up again. I've got some items that can do that. Right, okay. First things first. Receive an inheritance. Skilled negotiator. And tough guys. So Alvaro and Jacobo. Bang. Go on. Right, they're sent. Send it. What else can we do? Tame the animals. Mr. President, the United States will soon have many pests as it does people. Oh yeah, that's right. What do we needed a lawyer and someone who hates animals. Who hates animals? This is a ridiculous quest, this. But I don't have a lawyer. And to be honest, the lawyer's going to be tied up. I'm not going to get to do tame the animals. Protect nature. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, this is about the litter and stuff. A decree to reduce harmful emissions. That will set new internal standard, environment friendly. See, these are so like how would you know someone loves nature? I think I want to fuck these off. I'm not doing them. These are more important. Regulated video games. What do we need for this one again? A lawyer and a journalist. Well, we've got... Oh, no. I don't need it. I don't need a passport for this. So I've got a lawyer in Troy. Lads, all of these require a lawyer. She's going to be so fucking busy. And crush the separatists. This one we've already read. We need the very best PR. She's great for PR. And 2 bodyguards. We've got plenty. Right, okay. We're going to have to go straight into next month. So before we do that, let's get some people arrested. Alta, you need a rest. Amira, you need a rest. Ben, you need a rest. Troy? Well, actually, I don't need Amira arrested because I might send Troy on a mission. He's going to lose 1 point anyway. Amira is a hacker. I'll rest Amira. Right, as we go to next month, let's see what's a crack-a-lackin'. Hopefully I don't drop below 95. Promises. Close Guantanamo Bay. Sign the Robotics Act. That's right. And we've got the title of Baron and all that shit. See, we can use that for... Oh, that's good. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay. Right, we're gonna go. Next. Right, pay the man. Bloody hell, we've dropped well below 20 mil. 92%. Oh, we're at 99% rating. They love me. They love me. We took a massive hit in money, 20 mil to 16. But we've got another about, well, I think it's like 1.7 mil coming in. So that's fine. March. Come on, baby. 1.7 mil. Give it back. Right, yeah, we've got him a passport. Good, because he's going on a mission. Receive the inheritance. Debbie Alvaro. Right, okay. Hey, buddy, negotiations with Sancho Arequipa were a great success. Your negotiator clearly and politely explained what consequences the judicious seizure of the US Vice President's legitimate inheritance might be. The 2 strongmen that also came along added weight to their every word. Estaba Vineyards will bring in a sweet profit and part of it will be going your way, bud. 300 grand a month. Jaka Nakanori. Thank you for inviting me to shadow you in Washington, Mr. President. That's actually how I phrased it for my followers. I hope you don't mind. I also mentioned that the priceless lessons you taught me about politics in life. We make a very good team, wouldn't we? Right, so what's going on? Chu Xian, a North Korean spy who posed as a kissing booth operator, seduced civil servants in order to obtain top secret information, was arrested at Newark Airport yesterday. During her arrest, the young woman bit off her tongue and died on the spot. Oh, well, at least she died. Because we failed this mission. Remember when we sent our guys and they got seduced? Bitter debates over 28th Amendments continue. Its proponents argue that the amendment guarantees the president independence for performing his presidential duties, while skeptics insist Congress should never seriously consider something so absurd. Oh, here we go, Mr. Wister. I will not allow scoundrels like our president to have their past sins washed away. I promise you that. Steps have been taken, and you will hear about them soon enough. The president belongs behind bars. See you later, mate. Boss, that was one hell of a trip. It was. Amira? Amira is a real jerk. I asked her to carry my suitcase to the hotel, and they rudely refused. I had to drag the thing the whole way myself. I'm sick of her ugly face. Don't send us on missions together. Huh? Amira? Do you know that Lashlan is a Wolves fan? I've been a Coyotes fan since I was 5, so to me that's like blasphemy. I'm not going to work on a team with someone who hates the Coyotes. If you don't fire him by the end of the month, then I'm out. What? What the actual fuck is going on, lads? Buddy, I've never seen such nerds. So, what even happened there? Alta didn't like that someone wouldn't carry a suitcase. Fucking carry it yourself. Alta, I like you. You're the star fucking player, but you're my MVP, but it's not going to wash. Buddy, I've never seen such nerds like they have in Congress. They're worse than the guys in the bureau. The egghead to examine evidence under a microscope. The amendment is short and sweet, but the amount of paperwork and procedures it has to go through is insane. It's been obvious to everyone for a long time that the amendment will be passed, but for now all we can do is wait. I need access to my fucking menu because I need to fucking process what's just been said. Mister, stealing a precious vase from the White House was an easy as pie for me. Holly Shope. You should probably report this to your security service, but the disappearance of the vase went unnoticed for a week. No one in the White House, including you or your wife, has paid it any attention. Perhaps I could be of some use to you. If you say so, I'm always ready to consider a generous offer. Holly. I'll take it. I like that. Hun, I'd like to have a little reception at the White House for veterans of the Vietnam War Day. We'll feed the ex-soldiers noodles and have the Secretary of Defense shake their hands and thank them for the service. Nothing special, just a little show of respect. Yes. Russell Lynn, Administrative Policy Advisor. Mr. President, you've probably already seen the leaked video of Senator Woods in handcuffs and bondage gear asking a mysterious stranger in a cat mask to punish him to the fullest extent of the law. Well, here's my question. Should we force him into retirement for this horrific blunder that's damaged the government's reputation? It's a punishment he might not get off on. You've probably already seen the leaked Senator Woods in handcuffs and bondage gear asking a mysterious stranger in a cat mask to punish him. Well, no. You can't punish someone because they like to get fucking spanked, mate. Listen, man, I'm all for sexual liberation, mate. If you want to get fucking dominated by a fucking, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to be dominated by, crack on, mate. Vernon Cushley, Chairman of the Fan Club. Mr. President, Shine ranked you 3rd on their top 10 most stylish male politicians list. If it was any other magazine, I'd be happy for you. But the old bags on Shine's editorial board have considered checkered jackets and sandals with socks the height of fashion since the 80s. You need to get yourself off that top 10 list of shame right away. Let's hire Harrison, the extremely expensive stylist who picked the new looks for Face, wrinkles, and half the male celebs in Hollywood. Nah, I don't give a fuck, man. Ellie, First Lady. Today just isn't my day, hon. I've got a terrible migraine and I spilled coffee on my dress and barely managed to clean myself up before meeting with Goodwill Ambassador. Then I run into the blue room and get stopped by some goon. He tells me the room is for government employees only. I asked him politely, showed him pictures of us. In the end, I had to get other Secret Service guys to convince him to let me in. I was late at the meeting and ended up looking like a moron because of the whole debacle. Let's fire that guy, okay, hon? Well, no, he's learned his lesson, hasn't he? It seems to me he's doing a good fucking job. Fergus Bright. I brought my wife a new smartphone the other day, Mr. President. I had to pay extra for a charger, but I already got half a dozen of the damn things lying around the house. I don't understand why I should have to pay for a charger I don't even want. Antitrust law is pretty clear about this. Mandatory cross-selling is illegal, but smartphone manufacturers are flagrantly violating it. Let's put them in their place and make them sell phones without a charger, okay? What? I bought my wife a new smartphone the other day, Mr. President. I had to pay extra for a charger, but I've already got half a dozen of the damn things lying around the house. I don't understand why I should have to pay for a charger I don't even want. Mate, you are so naive. Lads, right? So there's this law that got passed or whatever where phones now get sold without chargers. It's the most ridiculous idea because like the change, like the ports and that change, so you can buy a phone and you have to fork out for a charger, but the thing is the phone doesn't get any less expensive. Nope. Antonio Estaba, have you checked your Twitter recently, buddy? Everybody's backing up Senator Woods. They're saying it's the 21st century and judging somebody for a sex tape is just about the same as supporting the crooks who leaked it in the first place. In just one day, Woods got so many new followers he's almost caught up to me. That dog won't hunt, buddy. I've got a whole hard drive full of these videos, man. Should I leak them myself? What? No, don't leak them yourself, you fucking idiot. Rufus Vance, Assistant Secretary of State. The latest news from Guatemala isn't great, Mr. President. Camero, the leader of the country, is continuing to jail his political rivals. Now Carlos Tornio, one of the leaders of the opposition, has been imprisoned. The quote, abuse of power is the result of indifference. That the press went wild and came from Tornio. Let's express our support for the Guatemalan people by naming a street in DC after Tornio. What do you think? Yeah, me Carlos Tornio, one of the leaders of the opposition, has been imprisoned. No, that's the stupidest fucking idea I've ever heard. Anthony Rowe. Mr. President, unions all over the country are worried about what the company Joule has been up to, especially their latest invention, a smart gardener. This robot knows exactly how to weed gardens and tend to every kind of plant there is. This technology is putting thousands of gardeners out of a job. Just think about Patrick, your gardener. Where's the old guy going to go if he gets replaced by an AI? Think we should levy a tax on innovations that take people's jobs. We can use the revenue to support all the people the technocrats are putting out of work, don't you agree? I don't agree. Like, I do and I don't. Like, this technology is good. The old guy is gonna be fucking... Oh, he's old anyway. Right, we should levy a tax on innovations that take people's jobs. We can use the revenue to support all the... Well, okay, we're only levying a tax. We're not banning it. Go on, then. St. Patrick's Day is coming right up, buddy. If you ask me, it's the best damn thing the Irish ever cooked up. We should throw a party at the White House and fill the fountain on the North Lawn with someone other than the green water. I'm talking about foamy green beer, man. That's as Irish as you can get. The guys could really use a break, you know. They've been kind of on edge recently. You try to talk to them and they just grumble and act all huffy. How about setting a few bucks aside for a party, buddy? Go on then. Have a fucking party on me. Mr. President, we were pretty much the only ones in the government who didn't condemn Senator Woods, whose BDSM video went viral. Well, people online seem to respect you even more now. Exactly. That was one kick-ass party, buddy. Sure, the beer was all domestic, but it flowed like wine. Did you see the fountain? The pics came out freaking sweet. Nice, everyone lost a stress point. Mr. President, we levied a tax on innovations at people's jobs and announced extra relief for anyone who got laid off because of them. Your approval rating went up. Ah, okay. That's good. If we keep suffocating them, the taxes for investing in human progress. Yeah, well, I understand that, but that is what I've done. Rufus Vance. Mr. President, I just read in the street in Toronto has been named after the Guatemalan political prisoner Carlos Tornio. The author of the article was struck by the sensitivity of the Canadian politicians who support the Guatemalan people in this difficult time. It's too bad we didn't beat them to the punch. Well, I'm not changing the name of a fucking street for someone who I don't even know what he did. Estaba. We'll see how you feel once Wood starts beating you on Twitter with the whole GIMP routine, buddy. Hey, Hud, remember the Secret Service guy you didn't fire even though he didn't recognise me in my own home? Someone sent me a link to his profile where he talks about what's happened and thanks us for understanding and compassion. The post went viral. Happy days. See, I knew that was a good idea. The editors from Shine just won't leave you alone, Mr. President. You're now #1 on their top 10 most stylish male politicians list. I guess you're just born a winner. I am. Mate, I'm top dog. I'm top boy. Right, so we got regulate robotics and reassemble the fan club. Okay, so that's the first thing. Fucking hell, everything's stacking up. Right, okay. So, Alta had a problem with the mirror. I hope this doesn't fucking continue. Because I'm going to have to lose Lashlan. Because Hussein's going to leave if I don't get rid of Lashlan. Lashlan's so good. He only takes 1,500 a fucking month. The thing is though, I've never actually used him. But then again, I think having heavies is a lot better than having 3 hackers. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We just need to remember that it's going to happen at the end of this month. Okay. So. Organise negotiations. What do we need for this again? A diplomat. I can't do that. Don't have one. Save the journalist. That's right. Heavily armed military squad. Right. Alvaro. Jacobo. And Hussein. Send them. Send it! Mr. President, Debbie not only steals my food, then he calls me. Debbie's a woman, mate. He calls me my signature tuna sandwich is poison stock. I won't tolerate the abuse anymore. It's either him or me. Is Debbie fired? No. No, she's fucking not. See ya, bruh. I didn't expect this from you. All the best. Okay, what we might have to do is I didn't really use him. I know he's a journalist, right? But well, what could you do? I don't. Who else could we fucking hire? He's a thief. 4 million, 350 grand a month. What's she even good at? He leaves no trace at the scene of her thefts and is fundamentally opposed to any violence if it can be avoided. Her face has never been seen in its entirety. When she's not stealing, she rides a snowboard. Who else? So Alta won't work with Amira. Hussein doesn't like Lashlan, and Hussein's going to leave if Lashlan doesn't leave. I'm going to have to get rid of Lashlan, and it's a shame that, because hacking, writing bank accounts, she can do bank accounts, write software, using surveillance hardware. Yeah, Lashlan's just not actually that good. He's not as good as Amira, so I'm going to get rid of Lashlan. I'll sack him. Right. First off, though, I can't organise Debbie, what's Debbie for? Return the prisons. I need to do this while I can. I'll crush the Spartans. What do I need here? Very best PR people and 2 bodyguards. So Alta and Hussein and Alvaro can go next month. But first off, I need to return the prisons. This is important. You've reclaimed all your assets. I'm not going to tame the animals. I'm not going to protect nature. Well, right, I need to do this now. It's going to be Debbie. Bang, she's doing it. Right, I've done that. That's happy days. Boss, my grandfather died. We were very close and I'll be mourning him all month. Don't expect me at work. I think I might just sack these off. Ben's a prick. Sophie's a prick. But Ben, he's never actually done a successful mission for me yet, so I've just got him hanging about for no reason. Out of curiosity, what can Hussein do? Team members are paid 20% less. Stress points more. You lose money. you lose ratings. Subordinates are less likely to approach you with dumb requests. You lose a rating. So he's actually not as good as him, is he? Yep, he's not as good. Favors cost 50% less. But issued passports are valid for 1 month less. It's big. That's a big thing. Whoa. Team members are paid 30% less at the end of every month, but you lose 250,000 at the end of every month. Okay, so my team members are paid about $1 million. So really, wait, this is not really that good. But look at this. Hussein goes here, right? Your monthly income sources bring in 45% more. That is incredible because I'm getting 1.7. Fucking hell. Appoint him. I need to keep Hussein. Okay, so if we can use Lashlan, I need to fire him now before I fuck it up. Lashlan, you're gonna have to go. How do you fire people? I've never actually fired anyone. How do you fire people? Ah, if you right click and click on it. I need to fire him. Sorry, mate. You're just not very good. Or I can can I not spec? Famous media owns a small cabin in the mountains where they provide psychological help with both solitary and group sessions. Clean mountaineering and skepticism, I don't know what that says, help to reconcile even the people who have long hated each other. So if I send these... Oh, look, it automatically does it. Ah. Oh, this is good. I'm not actually bothered about Alt and Amira because I've got other hackers. Oh, I like how it remembers who we don't like. I'm actually going to do this. I don't want to get rid of Lashlan. He's too good. I'd rather save the... $3.38 million. What the fucking nuggets is happening here? Where the fuck's Hussein gone? Favors cost 50% less. Who do we not have in thingy? Ben. So favors cost 30% less. So I'd save 900,000 if I put her there. But passports are valid for 1 month less. Lads, I think I'm just gonna have to take the hit. I'm just gonna lose the last land because the thing is, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Fuck, we're just gonna fuck. I don't know, lads. This game's getting too fucking complicated. It's actually boxing me fucking head in. Right. I'm not doing these. It's a waste of time. I need a lawyer for that. I don't have a lawyer. Tame the animals. Lawyer, can't do that. Can't do it. She's busy with fucking important shit. Organise negotiations. Everyone's fucking... I can't candidate. Reassemble the fan club. Right. Mr. President, not a single game went by without the incident since P.S. Clayton became the head of New York Coyotes fan club. He's a dyed-in-the-wolf fanatic. He thinks Coyotes are gods, and other teams and their fans are infidels who must be destroyed both on the pitch and in the stands. Clayton's bigotry and aggression are infectious. Now an entire fan club storms sports arenas with waving baseball bats and shouting obscenities. They keep provoking fights, and Coyotes risk getting kicked out of the league unless we intervene. Not to mention the club exists under your patronage, and behaviour of rowdy fans tarnishes your reputation. This guy should be relieved from his position as head of the fan club, but this guy can only be done by his members, which is why I suggest we frame Clayton and turn the aggression he instilled into his followers against him. How about we put a different team's paraphernalia into his personal belongings, or Photoshop him into a picture of his fans cheering for Indian Wolves? We must get rid of him whatever it takes. That could be a job for Amira. Different teams paraphernalia into his personal belongings. Well, that would be a thief, wouldn't it? Or someone that can break and enter. That would be but we're not going to do that. I think Lashlan. Or Sophie. Spreading rumours. Public attacks and elite connections. Fuck it. I'm sending Sophie on this. She's like a fucking media whirlwind Twitter beast. I bet you she can spread a few memes and shit. Right. Regulate video games. A lawyer. Don't have a lawyer. Regulate robotics. Come on then. Mr. President, I spent half my life trying to make our country and the entire world cleaner, safer and better, but the real problem started after I began to succeed. People are afraid of robots. They blame machines for their own faults, and the bigger the progress we make, the more insane and medieval technophobes demands become. There's no stopping progress, but you can disarm social tension. Campbell and Asimov came up with the laws of robotics 80 years ago, exactly to alleviate people's fear of progress. The time has come to dust them off, adapt to modern reality, and introduce them to the legal system. I'm ready to help to the best of my ability, but I'm going to need someone inherently familiar with lawmaking. And we won't make progress without an expert who understands the principles of AI programming. I'd like someone responsible for the ethical side of the issue too. So wait there. The principles of AI programming. Amira. I'd like someone responsible for the ethical side of the issue too. I realise I can be partial to my favourite creation and deaf to the concerns of regular folks. Do you have any chance to have a robot fan on your team? Lashlan. Ethics. Ben. Left-wing and LGBT activist New York, but later started identifying himself as a centrist, arguing that the truth is somewhere in between. He raised money via crowdfunding and bought us. Right. Already special in the digital industry, remains one today. He returns the political data analysis to show your victory in the election. He goes to orphanages on his days off, where he teaches the children basic computer programming. I suppose that's ethics, isn't it? I'll tell you that his 20th birthday. You have planned for the departure of pilgrims in there. She can get to close parties and get to talk pretty anyone, especially when she's standing in tree pose. Hormone therapy and being hunted by extremists. He despises social engineering and like to take an aggressive approach when attacking security systems. Aside from all this, she's very fond of a rapper little doc. Pulls words off your tongue before they even enter your mind. Famous among other PR specialists. Popular viewing. I wouldn't say she's ethics. I can't do anything again. I need to get this done, so I can't risk it. A reasonably partial my creation concept. You have a robot fan on your team. Well, robot fan's gonna be like Ollie, isn't it? Ollie's good at shit like that. Or Lashlan. Principles of AI programming. So that has to be Amira. Writing software. Him. Like someone responsible for the ethical side of the issue too. Maybe Debbie. Right, lads, we're gonna leave this. We're gonna go straight to the next month. There's nothing else I can do here. But well, there is. I'm fucking. I wanna quash the beef between Hussein. I wanna spend the money. Fucking joke. This actual joke. 3.38 fucking million. Jesus. Right, that's good. That's good. Right, next month, go. I don't need any passports. Do I need any passports? A diplomat. Nobody else can fucking speak Amira. I don't have it. I can't do it. Right, I can't do that. So there's no point. Crush these guys. I need very best PR. That's Alta. And 2 bodyguards. So I've got 2 months left on here. That's good. 3 and 3. Right, we're going to next month. We don't need anything else. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. If I forgot anything, then fuck it, I don't care. Next month is very important for your political career. Are you sure you've made all the necessary preparations and ready to move on? Yes. You won't be able to complete the following events. I know. I can't do it. So look. We're paying... $2 million. Fucking hell, when did that get so high? We're still at 99% approval rating, lads. We are smashing it. We're down to 13 mil. That's not good. We are going to go up, and we're going to get a massive boost. Watch this, massive boost to payment. Yeah, watch this. When the dividends coming, I'm getting what? How much is it? 40% more, 35% more. Yeah, look, I'm getting 3 lads. I'm getting 3 mil a fucking month. I haven't got anything to worry about. Did this work? Save the journalist, Mr. President. Thank you. Your people managed to break Aaron out of his imprisonment in the Philippines. I knew you would have a squad of powerful fighters just for this task. Poor Aaron is in a dreadful condition, but he did tell me who was to blame for all the red tape that was blocking his extradition. It turns out Craig Flincher, the Deputy Minister of Defence, is involved in illegal arms sales in the Philippines government. Just so happened that these weapons got stolen by a military group that captured Aaron. They kept him in prison so he wouldn't blow the whistle on the entire scheme. Thanks to you, an honest American citizen got home and a corrupt official is going behind bars. And if you like, the news will be heard all over America. Arms sales. Transactions, brilliant. Right, let's go. Return. Right, so did she do good? Darling, the executive order has been drafted. The measure will undoubtedly be unpopular, but I'm confident you will be able to sign it after you invest in lobbying. Oof. 15% drop. See, if I lobby it with 7 mil, we can get this. Right, I'm going to postpone it for now because our ratings are important, but I'm going to get my asset recovery right. In 7 mil, I'll have that in a couple of months, and I can just fucking sign it off, and I'll take the 7% loss because it's not actually that much. I'll probably, yeah. Resemble the fan club. Mr. President, regrettably your person's involvement did nothing to help you. Clayton, the head of the Coyotes fan club, went berserk after yesterday's match and beat another team's fan with a baseball bat, sending poor man into a coma. Coyotes' biggest fan behind bars. How do you like the headline? By the way, most people first think it's about you. Minus 5.4% for sending Sophie on that. I fucking... I don't know what I was thinking. I should have sent a fucking hacker. Well, the reception for the Vietnam vets was doing great. The reporters even relaxed and started swinging champagne. Then all of a sudden, right after we served the noodles, one of the old guys, his name was like Steve or Stan Brokowitz or something. Anyway, he shouted get down and dove right under the table. Others all reacted right away, and a few seconds later my whole reception was under the table. Judging from what they're writing in Just DC, Berkowitz has a Vietnam flashback. This is no joke. The press is saying we planned for the whole reception just to mess with them. They're calling it the worst reception since the Red Wedding. Okay. The North Korean government has announced that Kang Chol-nam has died and elections have been held in his position. Kang Chol-nam had not appeared in the public for 3 months, during which time the younger sister Kang Chol-hee took his place. She is now the leader of North Korea. The international community is trying to figure out what to expect from Kang Chol-hee. Will she be a force for liberal reform or further nepotism? Will the 20th Amendment be passed by Congress? Antonia Estaba, men and women of Congress, remember that the power has been granted to you by the American people, and the American people have chosen the president that is the leader, so don't let the American people down, my friends. House votes, come on then, baby. Colleagues, another historic day has finally arrived. The vote to introduce Amendment 28 to the Constitution. As you know, it takes 2/3 votes of those present 300 people for the amendment to pass. Although I believe there's a bit of a wrinkle here, if there are 299 votes in favour, then President of Congress will be called upon to give my opinion. And my opinion on this matter, my friends, could honestly be just about anything. As I've already mentioned, there is a flaw in the text of the amendment. There is no mention of the Vice President. Unfortunately, none of my friends took the trouble to correct this unfortunate omission. So if you feel comfortable that my vote is a foregone conclusion, then think again. I will weigh all the pros and cons and make my decision based on the best interest of the American people, who have entrusted me with this high honour. Alright, let's vote. My friends, a stone has been lifted from my shoulders. Today my fat belly is all I must carry, and not the full weight of the decision to adopt this amendment. The result of the voters are 303 in favour, 143 against, and 4 abstentions. The amendment has been supported by a supremacy in the House. Yay, yay! I declare the initiative approved. The amendment will now move to the Senate for consideration, and then on a local level with the states. When the amendment has been ratified by 38 states, it will become part of the Constitution. Thank you for this session, which will surely go down in history, but I do not bid you farewell, my friends. I come back occasionally to terrorise you with my speeches. Get in, we've done it. Buddy, how was that? Did I do a good job of showing off my integrity? If you ask me, all of America is thinking I voted impartially. Tony, are you serious? To be honest, for a moment there I was afraid that if it came down to you, you might actually vote against. Ellie, what do you take me for? At worst, I just insisted to revise the amendment to include the Vice President, and then I would have voted yes anyway. Yeah, I was right to be worried, but thank goodness that's all behind us now. Now we can move on to the next phase of our plan. Honey, for the next month, please focus on our backlog. We need a little more time so we can focus on the Supreme Court. I realise we're pressed for time, but trust me, soon the judiciary will be ours, and don't forget we still have the Senate vote coming up. Our friend Dickinson will handle everything there, just like she did last year. You don't even have to watch. I can tell you in advance, 75 votes in favour, 25 against. 3/4, even more than the House. Ellie, they're going to call it the establishment genocide. Aren't you afraid you'll be facing charges in The Hague for exterminating corrupt politicians? I'm not worried, Tony. For better or worse, they are indestructible. Get in. We're still at 93%. That's good. That's good. Amendment 28 has passed. Happy days. Right, let me get back to my work. Get the support of 2/3 of the House. Easy. Smashed it. Right, new events. Good. We've only got... Oh shit, we've got to prepare the presentation, but that is essential. I need to spend money on Alvaro. Right, first off, let's just prepare the present. I want to know what we need for this. Fuck, it's going to take people I need. I'm not going to get this done again. Jesus, man. Paul Gordon, right. Under Secretary of State of Public Diplomacy. Sir, later this month, Vice President Estaba will be addressing the African American Affairs Committee in Arizona. We've been planning this event for a while and prepared several drafts for him, but in the last moment, Mr. Estaba claimed all of it was nonsense. Had nothing to do with the public image and offended his common sense. tossed the prince out of the window and slammed the door in our face. When we allowed him to prepare a speech last time, he had to apologise before 19 different organisations he managed to offend, and the entire address took only 9 minutes. I know he's speaking from his heart, but this time he will be talking 3 times as long. How do you send a member of your team? How about you send a member of your team to help the vice president? He is refusing to cooperate with boring pen pushers. Bland as vegan burger. That's his opinion on my top specialist. The vice president knows to keep the public engaged, but the upcoming address will require preparation and gravitas. We need an inspiring speech, a video presentation, preferably with advanced special effects. Additionally, a lawyer will have to double check the content to leave no ground for particular lawsuits. Have you got any such experts? Right, okay, so I need alter for this. Wait there. I want to get this done. And I need alter for that. That can wait. Because they can do it next month, can't they? And they've got a passport that lasts. I'll have to buy her an extra passport. This is essential. So, I need... Upcoming arrest will require preparation and gravitas. We need an inspiring speech, a video presentation, preferably with advanced special effects. A lawyer. Right, well, we need a lawyer. This actually might not work out too bad, because a passport costs 363 grand, right? But if I was to send Alvaro on a mission now, I'd have to spend money to reduce his thingy anyway. So I'd rather get Alter. Oh, I'd rather get Alter a passport now and send it on prepare the negotiations. So let's do that. PR. Right, hold on. Services. Passport. Extend Alter's passport. Right. We need to rest Alvaro. Definitely. We need to rest Jacob. Definitely. I'm not going to rest Hussein yet because I might need him. So, prepare the presentation. Right. Definitely Alter. Video presentation. Ollie. And a lawyer. Writing articles. I'm sending these on it. Bang. That's me fucking A team right there. So another drinking problem. She's getting sacked. I'm fucking sick of her. She's fucking useless. How much does she fucking cost me? 152 grand. I'll keep her around because she's good for certain things. There's no point in getting rid of people that I don't need to. Right. Can't do that. Can't do that. Steal the FBI reports. Buddy, Captain Duhovsky passed away not long ago. The man was almost like a father to me. He took many of the FBI secrets to the grave, but some probably linger in his old safe on a tree in the Caribou-Targhee National Forest. Unless I was misunderstanding his hints, he spent his twilight years filing frontline employees reports on financial crime. Can't we send our men to rummage through his old captain's cabin? Just be careful. Karabutagi sits right in the middle of nowhere and isn't safe. You should dispatch a couple of men with muscle. Right, that's good. I can do that. Next episode I can send Hussein and Jacob. So let's rest him. Right, we're going into next month. Yeah, the months are flying by now, aren't they? So we're back above. Alta's amazing because Alta is what's keeping us afloat on the ratings because she we always get a plus 4.5% for just doing nothing. Money's dwindling a lot now, isn't it? But then again, we're about to have big money coming in. Big money. 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 3 mil. I like it. So me and my wife had a great time on vacation together, good. I thought this guy was going to fuck off. I would have killed him. Right, prepare the presentation, it worked. So you assembled a decent team to help the Vice President with his presentation for the African American Affairs Committee. It was perfect from the legal point of view, the visuals were nice, and the turn of phrase was pleasant, yet appropriately restrained. I feel the speech was a bit shallow, but the reporter still wrote it as good. I feel that was a bit of a shit mission then. All of that, wasting all of my fucking expertise that could have been used on other things for 0.1% gain. But then again, I think if we had left that, the negativity would have increased massively. Congress has passed the 28th Amendment to the Constitution. Is this a victory for the President? Skeptics are reassuring themselves that the amendment will never be ratified by the states, so unless the President has a backup plan, all of his efforts could go up in smoke. Flooding in New Orleans after a week of torrential rainfall, the Mississippi has overflowed its banks. Archie Wister, do you really think I couldn't beat you, Mr. President? I will destroy you. In the meantime, the American people can sleep soundly. I've got friends in Congress too. The White House won't protect you from punishment. Well, the Supreme Court, right, this is important. First Lady, darling, we are ready to proceed. Do you remember what the next step of our plan is? We have to achieve a majority in the Supreme Court. That's right, my dear President. The only realistic way to ratify the amendment in 38 states is a direct vote in local referendums, and only the Supreme Court can approve of such referendums all over the country. When it comes to the Supreme Court, we have 4 justices out of 9. We'll have considerably worse luck than faced, who appointed 3 during his term. Our chances of appointing even 1 are slim to none. What about blackmail? Blackmail is a Supreme Court judge. You might as well try and finance incriminating evidence against Jesus Christ, the Holy Bible. These people keep a close eye on their reputation, and any dirt that could be found on them was dug up years ago. Something is telling me you have a plan. Where there is a will, there is a way, darling, especially when you have a spouse like me. I started mulling over this problem several months ago and made inquiries. I see only 2 ways to resolve the issue. Assassination. Running away to a desert island? We won't be running anyway. I meant 2 justices, Vasquez and Foucault. We could convince old Robert Vasquez to retire. He should have done it ages ago. Or we might come to an understanding with Angela Foucault. She was faced the latest appointee, and fortunately for us, is my old friend from Harvard. Tony and I will arrange meetings with both of them, have a nice chat and see if they have any buttons to push. Sounds lovely, dear. Time to get to work, darling. Honey, to pave the way for a direct vote on the amendment, we have to retire 1 judge. Okay, just 1. We've got 4 months to do that. Fair enough. Darling, I could have been a Supreme Court Justice myself instead of my Harvard friend Angela Foucault if Feist hadn't become president, but I became First Lady instead. And if we can get Angela on our side, we'll have the Supreme Court too. I'm hoping Angela will support the amendment for old time's sake. Angela hasn't ruled on any major cases yet, so it's hard to say how independent she still is. We'll have a chance to find out at this year's homecoming. Estaba, buddy, Elian asked me to make inquiries about Vasquez. He's an 88-year-old and outlived every Supreme Court judge who welcomed him at the beginning of his tenure. To put it mildly, he's like a glass of Texan moonshine on an empty stomach. He goes straight to your head, hits hard, and always quick to the comeback. Vasquez will never approve direct vote for the amendment. He's one of the justices who interpret the Constitution from inside a magic time machine. Context be damned. But the old geezer has 12 kids and 30 grandchildren, and for the last 5 years straight he's been complaining he's tired of this nonsense. He must be dreaming about retirement. but he's just looking for a good enough excuse to throw in the towel. We'll give him one at Senator Dickinson's farewell party. The old woman is on her way out herself, and she's invited the whole Washington elite. Okay. Okay then. Right, do you know what I'm tempted to do? I'm tempted to spend 2 point... Oh no. I'm tempted to take a 15% hit, right? To sign this. And then just use... Right, if I lose 15, that's going to put me at 80... See, that's only worth 1.3 mil, right? This is excellent. It's only worth 1.3. See, I could use that for 7.1, that's worth 1.1, right? But it's much better to use the corrupt schemes. That's better to sell. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to sign this bill because I think this bill is going to bring in a lot of money. So asset recovery. I'm going to take the rating hit. I'm going to take this hit. Are you sure you want to sign a document? Keep in mind that you won't be compensated immediately, but at the end of your term, when the full amount of your spending for the good of America can be calculated. Are you ready? Yes. Bang. 50% hit, right? That's fine. It's fine, right? We're going to use this. Buddy, if we publish this story, the people will realise that allowing the goddamn establishment to control the country will leave everyone out of work and out of money. Are we ready to leak this information? Yes. Buddy, I knew America knows exactly who's on this side. Keep it up. Bang. That's a good fucking sketch. Now we're back where we should be. 95.5. Fucking great. Right. So. I'm gonna crush these fuckers. I need to do it now. PR people. Alter. Alvaro and Hussein. Bang. Done it. Sir, I lost big again. Even bigger than last time. Can you cover me for $1 million? No, I can't. I get it. I won't bother you again. Too much, man. I covered him last time for like 100,000, but he's sorted out. I think this guy's going to get himself into a scandal. I'm going to lose him soon. But I don't actually mind losing him. Because I've got Hussein now. I've sorted his problem with Lashlan. And he's costing me fucking a lot of money. Right. Okay, lads, what we're going to do is we'll call it an episode here. When we come back, we'll do the main quest because I can't actually do anything else. I can steal the FBI reports. Breaking and entering. That's right. But what do we need? A couple of men with muscle. That's fine. I'll have to wait till next month to do that, but I can do it because I can use Jacob Hussein or Jacob and Alvaro. It doesn't matter. Exposing the Alphonist. The critic of Amendment 28 should be in trouble. Mr. President, California Congressman Larry Hunter has become a political ally of Worcester, criticising the amendment, you, and everyone who likes you. Last week, his people were offering $100 to anyone who would give on camera in 10 seconds at least 3 reasons why you were a bad president. People managed to name more. You can imagine how much that campaign cost Larry, and he didn't have a penny to his name. Whatever he earned, he immediately spent on casinos and entertainment. Where does he get the money? From his girlfriend Jackie Sassoon, the owner of a chain of luxury beauty salons in New York and Vegas. Jackie has fallen in love with the girl and doesn't see eye to eye that he's using her for a senator's chair in a couple of years. As long as Larry has money, he will annoy you, so it's a good idea to strip him of his funding. I propose that we show Jackie Sassoon the true face of her lover. Let her expose him for treason. Word on the sidelines is, Larry could never resist a beautiful woman. Do you have a seductress in mind that will make him forget about caution? Sophie's a beautiful seductress, isn't she? Ooh, I don't know. I think we're going to expose this prick. You have a seductress in mind. Alta's a great seductress, but I have to start finding out if she's good at stuff like that, so I'm sending her. Bang. Right, lads, we're going to call it an episode there. She's out for the count, and I'm glad she is, because she's probably going to be on a bender next fucking month. Right, lads, we'll call it an episode there. When we come back, we'll do the 2 main quests and then go next month. And we'll see if we can finish these side quests. We are getting through a lot of side quests. We're not hitting them 100% because we just don't have the fucking staff. But the game's awesome. Fuck it, it's so good. See you in the next one, lads.